This is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I got singer Senasha Lynn in the building. How's life?
Yo, how's life? Man,
It's a loaded question, but you know, it could be good or bad.
something I would have never imagined. I'll say that.
So good. That
Good.
sounds good. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. There we go. At first, the sigh, I'm like, no, I don't like that sigh. But then I'm like, okay, cool, cool. Let's start from the beginning, though. Where are you originally from?
Austin, Texas. Born and raised. Well, somewhat raised. I got a military dad, so traveled around, but been here since I was like 12, 13.
Okay, so you traveled around with him for a little bit. So you're a military brat, basically, right?
Somewhat, but
Somewhat. I mean,
you know, the older you get, it's like the less percentage of your life it is. So it's kind of like,
hey, that is true when you look at it that
you know,
way.
yeah.
Yeah. So okay. North, south, east, west. What part?
So, East Sider, Colony Park. That's where my parents were living at, and then we moved to like 7721 area, and then I just moved back to the East Side when I was like 18. Stayed there forever, and then it got expensive, and I was like, yeah, I'm out.
I mean, Austin's expensive in general.
It's crazy.
It's gone crazy.
I'm like, how do y'all afford this? Like, is there something I'm missing? Like,
Yeah, them Californians, man, they came over here and messed it up. How was childhood though, on the east side and just in general?
honestly, it was normal for me. I mean, that's all I knew. So it's what it was. And then I got
Was you outside a lot, or was you more of the inside type?
I'm the outside type.
Okay, so you was
Like,
outside.
Yeah, because in the house with my grandma, she always complained about something.
Oh
and
yeah,
she
you gotta
like
get
to-
up out of there.
Yeah, go get a switch off the tree. What?
Oh,
No, I'll be
yeah.
outside.
Yeah, make you pick your switch. That's
Yeah,
some
I ain't
evil
do
shit right there.
You just bad today.
Exactly,
Because
just
there's
bad.
6 of us, you know?
That's funny. So that's cool. What high school did you go to?
So I went to Lanier, hated it, left, and went to Garza, which is an independent high school, they call it. Basically self-paced. They give you all of your shit ahead of time, and you just, oh, can I curse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I like to curse sometimes.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But yes, they give you all your shit ahead of time, and then you just finish it, and you get your credits. And if you don't do something right, the teacher kind of jumps in and helps you out, and it's self-paced. So I went to that because I was in high school like, this is some bullshit. Okay, she got babies, and they doing all this
Oh,
other
man.
bullshit, and everybody want to be popular, and I don't got shit going on, so I don't even fit in this motherfucker. So I was like, yeah, I'm out. So I begged my parents, get me out of here. Like, it just wasn't for me. And then I realized as I got older, like, your mindset was just different. Like, you were ready for the real world. Like, you were like, this
Exactly.
is some bullshit. So, yeah.
Although the ones that got kids are thrusted into that real world really quick. That's when you like, God, dog. So yeah, you ain't lying about that though. And I was gonna ask the high school crowd, so you basically just like, yo, I'm sticking to myself.
I'm a
Y'all
loner.
Crazy.
I've always
Not
been
saying you
alone.
didn't have any homies. There'd probably be some people you at least run into. This
You know what's crazy is
or
like,
nah, you was the loner for real.
I was the loner, and so all through life I usually have one or two close friends, and that's it. Like, and I'm okay with that. And cause I just like my own company. Like, I've just always been that way. And plus, people get on my nerves. You know, I love people, like, but they get on my nerves. So I'll be like, you know what? I can take 5 minutes to you maybe about 15 minutes, and I got to go. And I've learned how to just maneuver. So I just be by myself. But I was a musician. I was in orchestra. I did violin, cello, and then I tried piano. It was too difficult. Joined choir, and I was like, oh, okay, this is dope as fuck.
And when was that? I was gonna ask you, when was that? When did you get into that?
I started music in middle school, but I really got into it in high school. I think high school is where I really just was like, okay, this is something I can understand, and I can take whatever you're playing and put it back out into the world where other people can feel it. And I just became kind of like, I don't know, maybe a vessel or something. I don't know how to describe it, but somebody who doesn't like orchestra music, I can make them a believer. And when I learned that I have that like skill, I was like, okay, like now it's time to go, like, yeah.
Do you have any like inspirations that made you want to do music or pursue it to like take it seriously?
I think music as a kid, it kind of just was in my family, and everyone says like, oh, I started at 3 playing piano. Yeah, I did some shit like that, but it doesn't really matter now.
Oh,
you know?
Exactly. Especially at 3, you're not even remember when you played it. You're like, did I? You just going off your mom or your dad or whoever telling you that.
Let me try
Anybody
to
gonna
play
remember that?
Oh McDonald now. That motherfucking price sound like I
Oh
don't
yeah, that well, yeah.
one finger it. You know, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's the one most people know.
Yeah, that one. And
So
then,
yeah.
The chopsticks maybe too even.
Oh, dun, 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 that.
The one I'm good at is Beverly Hills Cop. For some reason I get that down. I don't know why, but I got that down.
My sister showed up a couple months ago and was like, "Yo, let me get on your piano. I got something." I was like, "All right, okay, what you got?" So she starts tapping, and I hear dun 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 dun, and I said, "You play Dr. Dre?"
Yeah, that's the go-to. But I don't know that one though. But I know some people that would go to that one too. The simple ones.
It's dope.
Couple keys. That's all you need. Speaking of that, do you have like a favorite producer out here in Austin? I see you rock with RJ Maine.
I don't rock with nobody.
I thought I saw RJ Maine somewhere on there.
I do music with everybody.
But when I say rock with, I guess that's a loose term that I say. I see you've done something with RJ Maine. I could have swore I saw featuring RJ Maine.
So RJ Maine, man, when I first started out, it's treacherous for women. You know, like
RJ Maine does beats, right?
Yeah.
Could have swore he does beats. Yeah, he does. Okay.
For me, what he did is he recorded me and taught me how to sing in the studio and taught me how to get used to that environment because I sing out loud, I sing live, and like, you know, he just kind of like understood like you don't really know this area well, and because there was so, how do I put this? When you're attractive, men come at you a different way.
Oh yeah, being a woman in the industry, it's a
in any industry, and honestly, it's for guys too. What I found out, like if you're a guy that people say looks a certain way, people just have their thoughts and their judgments, and when you come in, they treat you that way.
But definitely from a woman though, because dudes, it's like that's what.
You got to shut it down at the door.
You got to. And then you know for sure. I know there was a girl up here that said when she pulled up to a studio session, the dude hugged her and then was trying to, lean in for the kiss, start going for the kill off the bat. Like, dang, didn't even let her warm up or nothing.
See, I'm not even a hugger. I'm like, don't fucking touch me.
No, she was kind of like what I mean?
Ain't no It's like, get the fuck off me or if it's finna go down. Like, or I got to go. No, yeah, I'm a whole different type of person. That don't work. But yes, I found out going into studios and stuff like that, like, I had a few that were respectful, but I found a lot of times like either women were kind of like it's competition or men were trying to be sexual with me. And I found that, it's not them, it's me. You got to carry yourself a certain way and let people know at the door, this is how it's going to be. So I started making sure that like when I go to the studio, I pay for my studio sessions. I pay for everything. Everything is like something that I work for. So no one can come back and say anything because this is my career, this is my passion, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Whether it's listening to someone else play or me actually playing or whatever, I need to be around music, and I'm not letting anybody take that away from me. And so my approach to it is very different. And RJ, he was so instrumental in me getting started because he had seen different types of things or whatever, and he was kind of like, this is what you're gonna run into. And I was like, all right, whatever, I got this. And no, he was right. And so when I went back, I was like, yo, like, thank you for teaching me and talking to me and telling me, because it helped me just maneuver through studios, through producers, and making sure, hey, with you, when I work with you, you need to have somebody else there. I'll just bring them with me. Like, you just learn how to maneuver. And, like, he helps me learn how to record because I am a live performer. I can get up there and talk, and that's my shit. You know what I'm saying?
But that's when you're in your element.
In the studio, when I'm talking like this, it's weird for me to hear myself. And so, like, when I'm singing, I'm trying to sing, and I'm like, this sounds off. And they're like, no, you sound great. And I'm like, no, this is weird. I've learned that, like, just because I love music doesn't mean I can do everything great. So I had to learn how to record. And people charge you for that when you don't want to sleep with them. So, so I'm like, okay, well, either I got to get the money or I got to find somebody to teach me. And that was his role. So, like, I'm always grateful to him for that. So
shouts out to RJ Maine. And if you're a lady, you're safe. He ain't going to pounce. See, it's proof right there.
You know what? I hate to talk about this because I hate the drama, but I got to talk about it because I feel like that was brought out for a reason, and I'm a sucker for bait. So I've heard people say a lot of stuff about that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you said that you're safe. And so where did that come from?
I don't know. I'm just saying, though. Like, what was something I don't know about?
I don't know. Well,
oh, there she goes. She told him herself. What we got going on?
I don't know, but I'm going to just say for myself, I roll alone. But I'm going to say for myself, we ain't never had no problems. That's my dog. Like, and like I said, when you walk in the door, you got to hold yourself a certain way. And that's how he
that's kind of what I was just getting at. I was because like I said, a lot of times being a woman I'm not a girl, but I can only imagine being a girl and women in the industry. Anytime you're going to interact with a dude, that's the first thing. Like, okay, and like you said, that guard got to be up.
And women, too.
Oh, well, of course, that, too. But
no, I'm talking about women on women.
I know that.
Oh, okay. I was making sure we on the same
I
page.
mean, we in Austin. It's a love fest out in Austin, man.
I know.
So, hey,
I was like,
hey, do what you do. Hey, do what you do. But definitely. What do you think about R&B and soul in Austin currently? I've been seeing a resurgence. We've been having our Monday music reviews, and it's been like this past Monday's a lot of dope R&B that came through. What do you think about it though, from your perspective?
you know what I'm guilty of? I've been
You don't listen to nobody. Stay in your lane. No, I'm playing.
no, it's the opposite. It's weird for me to listen to my stuff. Like in the creative process, like I love listening to like myself when I play with the guitars, just acoustic. Then I go record. I love that part. But listening to it after it's like kind of produced sounds weird for me. I don't listen to my own music. I love listening to other people's stuff. That's how I get inspired. But I feel guilty because like I grew up in Austin, but I think because of my experience of it being so cultish with like, if you don't know this person, if you're not doing this and you're not big in Austin, I'm like, motherfucker, it's a whole globe out here. Like, fuck all y'all. So that's why I'm a loner, So I went off and did my own thing. And now I'm kind of like back in Austin trying to like, hey, y'all, I've been out doing some shit. Like, what can we do now? I'm trying to like build those bridges back. And I'm noticing that I really don't know a lot of Austin artists anymore because the people that I grew up doing music with, a lot of them aren't doing music anymore, And so
yes, it's a whole new wave, and there's a lot of youngins out there.
Mm-hmm.
When I say youngins, I'm talking like 17, 18, 16.
The guitarist I play with, he knows marketing and social media, so he helps me out a lot with that. Plus, he's an amazing guitarist, and he's 21. This motherfucker told me how to get some shit done. I was like, so you just maneuver like that, and at 20? Okay, we need to work together. Like,
especially find the right one. There's a lot of them that get their stuff hacked, taken down. Something's going on. You're like, what are y'all doing, man? Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about the R&B scene, but I have noticed that I've seen a lot of flyers and different events going on that I'm gonna start going to again. I love doing that. I love sitting and listening to other people's performance because I like to see, where do you kind of connect? What song like do you feel the most passionate with? Like,
can people be engaged? Can you engage people? Can you? Because I've seen, I'm not going to name no artists because I don't know any off the top of my head, but I have seen people perform that I've listened to, and I'm like, oh, your performance doesn't match that. Damn it.
It's different. The live performance and the studio are different.
Mm-hmm. And as long as you can make that live performance at least sound as close as you can, that matters. So it's got to sound just like the record.
That's why you got to be authentic.
Oh, yeah.
I learned myself, like, if I always just be Senasha, like, I don't have to worry about the other bullshit. So it just makes it easier. So like a lot of people get wrapped up in like, I think money is a big thing I see a lot. People complain about getting paid for things, or people complaining about, oh, I work with this person's song didn't do this, or we got these issues. And I'm like, at the end of the day, like music for me helps me like heal from things, helps me just like continue to grow as a person. It helps me get through a lot of shit, my down days, my good days, my bad days. So for me, music is something I need. It's therapy. I don't go to a therapist. Like music is therapy for me. And so when I see other people get wrapped up in the bullshit, I'm like, hey, let's just get back to the music. You want to play? And that's what I'm good at. Like, and then people realize like, yo, if we make music, the money will come. The shit that's supposed to come will come. We just got to stop.
Work together. As much as people are going to be like, oh, they want drama, man. I ain't trying to do no drama out here in these streets. I'm trying to bring people together. You got a show on July 17th?
July 17th.
Meanwhile Brewing?
Yes.
Talk about that.
Okay, so I'm a little nervous because this is so embarrassing. The first time I went out there, it was really cool. As I have a company that like will find me different gigs while I find my own, because I'm like, the more the merrier,
Yeah, exactly.
So they found that place, and they reached out to me last year, and it was cold and nobody wanted to come, and they were like, hey, we'll pay you double if you come out and sing. Okay, I'll be there.
Yeah,
bundled up.
Yeah, where the bags at? Let me go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel me. So I got out there, I sang, whatever, and it was hard because by the time that I went on, it was late. It was maybe like 2 people left, and I was like, oh man, this sucks. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna give the best damn performance. And so the girl, she was feeling it. Her boyfriend was like, okay, you feeling? I'm feeling it too. And they cheered me on. And I was like, fuck it, they paid you already. Just perform.
Exactly. It's not like it's free. If it's free, you can be like, yeah, I'm gonna get a duck out of here.
I performed for 30 minutes that time. So they asked me back, and now I got 45. And I was like, okay, y'all gonna pay me again this time too? So now all I gotta do is just get people to come out. So I'm like, listen, y'all, ain't no pressure. I'm just gonna come out and do my thing, like.
And you have some time too.
But
you have time to plan for it at least. So.
Yes, I'm a planner. Because I just hate to like throw things together because music is serious to me. I hate to throw something together and just get out there and just do some bullshit. And it's like, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. I got 3 little kids, 3 little girls, right? Spoiled princesses, like
super mom.
I get up at 5:30 to work out and try to like do something because I love burgers and shit. Then like I have to sing, I have to do scales, and I have a vocal coach. Then I have to like do my own thing on the side where like I have cardio to build up my lungs. There's a lot that I do. Then I write. Then I take other people's classes. Then I go watch other people perform so I can get that just invigorated to go out and perform myself. It's a lot that goes into it.
You're a student of the game
all the time.
Yeah.
And then a teacher appears, and so I just kind of the way that I view music is just like I just got to continue to keep going. So July 17th, it's my second time performing there, and I'm a little nervous because the pressure is coming from myself. I'm like, you haven't performed at Austin in a while. There are people that I've done a lot of music like with, and like there's a lot of other songs I've done with people that like no one really knows about, and they haven't seen me perform because I've been performing in other places. So the pressure for me is making sure that what they saw in those clips from the other states I was performing in, I bring that same shit here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the pressure. So what I decided to do was, hey, let me bring some Austin people in. So I got Santiago. He's a dope guitarist. He's going to come in. We wrote a song called Weeping Willow, and we're going to do that. We're going to open the show with that. I think you may know Tone, Big Tone.
Big Tone?
You know Big Tone? He's a rapper in Austin.
There's a lot of Jet Wells.
Jet Wells. He's gonna. I reached out to both of them because
he told me that you reached out. I was like, oh, okay, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I just when I see talent and I see it getting distorted, it's something in me. I'm like, let's and so I was like, veer him
to the I like
yo,
that.
You're a dope artist. Like, here's a song I did, and by myself it's dope. But what if I bring y'all in? Here's the beat. Just do whatever you're gonna do with it. So I'm waiting for him to get back to see what he does with it. I sent it to Tone also. He went to the studio, dropped his verse, and as soon as he got done, he was like, so the engineer sent it over, and I listened to it, and I was like, this is dope. So I took it home, put it in my headphones and stuff, and I started performing to it, and I put it on my loudspeakers, and I got my wireless mic. I'm in the house singing to it, and I was like, yo, this is going to be a dope performance. So he's going to come out, and hopefully Jet will get his part done, and then we can do the entire song. But if not, we're going to do the first verse, my verse, and the chorus, and then we're going to do that shit.
Yeah, rapper, cut it. Yeah, right after that. Like, skirt, there you go.
Because the show got to go on.
Hell yeah, on to the next.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Are you going to perform in the clouds?
Yes. Okay, yeah,
do our research.
You know what I'm saying?
Do a little something.
That's dope. I did my research too. I was watching the other episodes trying to see, like, how is he going to, because I don't like no bullshit. So I was like, what kind of questions he going to ask? But I was like, no, this is real professional. So, yeah, In the Clouds, that's like, it's funny. It's not even my favorite song, but people like that song. Some people, a couple.
I liked it, yeah.
It's dope because it's neo soul, but like, I don't want to get stuck in that box of like, you sound really good here, so keep making this music.
Exactly.
I want to make what I want to make, but yeah, so I'm gonna perform that. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do it kind of like with just my voice and electric guitar, or if I'm gonna do myself with just the instrumental or a band. I don't know.
You kind of remind me. Do you ever? I'm sorry to cut you off. You know Jackie Vincent?
No.
You don't know Jackie Vincent?
No.
She does the guitar and she sings as well. She's doing her thing out here.
Is she like an Austin
artist? She's in Austin.
Okay. What type of music does she do?
It's like I want to say contemporary, but that might even be wrong. It's like a rock contemporary, even some. I mean, it's hard to explain. It's kind of wide open, but yeah, you got to check her out though. You just kind of. But you said you're gonna bring out the guitar though. Yeah,
so, I don't play guitar, but I
might as well. You just have to have right there. Don't even play it. Had other dude playing it, just be fake strumming.
I guess I could, like, but I just
yeah, I get you.
I just can't. I can't do it because then once you do something like that, you got to keep it up.
I feel you.
And I don't remember. I smoke a lot of weed, so I don't remember shit like that. So I'll be like, if you gonna lip sing, be like Britney, just lip sing your entire career.
Oh yeah, you gotta have the whole choreograph and the dancing though when you do that.
You gotta do something. See, you know what I'm talking about.
What do you got upcoming?
So I
like project wise or like any more songs or anything of that nature?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, so I got 2 albums coming out. So one is called A Summer Love Story. I got my heart broke, and it was.
I'll make you make some good music though.
Always, but I was trying not to go Janae Aiko with it.
Oh yeah, that's my girl.
So I was like, okay, let me tone it down. So what I did is I kind of went and I started like traveling and just performing in other places and getting feedback of like, how do y'all like my sound? And people were like, we fucking love it. And so it kind of inspired me to be like, why would I be angry at something that didn't work out when I can take that energy and put it into something positive? So I wrote A Summer Love Story, and basically it's something that everybody I think can relate to. Everybody's been through heartbreak, and we all love heartbreak stories. But what I did is I put an album together where it starts off with like skits. I'm just kind of singing in the beginning over like a piano beat. Then a skit comes in where I'm talking with a guy and he's telling me he's, has feelings for me, whatever. Then I write a song how I'm just so in love with him. And,
you got a story kind of movie playing now.
It's a
I see
story.
what you're doing.
And so, inspired by Lemonade. So, you know how like Lemonade is kind of like her story?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I love stuff like that. So, I just kind of went that direction with it. So that's going to come out. And then I got some visuals coming out. You Got Me, the song with Tone and Judd.
Mm-hmm.
The video is going to be dope for that.
Oh, I'm ready for that one. I know it's going to be crazy. Judd going to pop out and be going crazy. I already know.
I hope so. We going to contain that shit, Judd.
Yeah,
But,
don't go too wild, but, keep it PG-13. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, because I'm the one, Judd. Let him know. He know. But the video going to be dope as fuck. And so that's one of them. And then I was thinking if I wanted to record some other ones because I'm not really big into videos. I'm not really big on social media. I just like getting out there performing, give me my money, and I'm going home. That's my thing. But I'm
definitely got to delve into that, though, unfortunately,
I know.
nowadays. Get somebody, though, that can, definitely delve in for you. Handler or something.
I'm learning I got to have balance.
It's tough.
But yeah.
So speaking of that, where can we find you at? Is it mostly Facebook?
I made an Instagram. I'm going to try to work on it. You know why I made an Instagram? I did a show at... what was that place called? It was off of like West 6. And one of the girls, I think she waitressed there, and she ended up recording the show, and she posted me, and she had like a lot of followers on Instagram. And I was like, why do I not like... And she asked me, she goes, what's your Instagram? I was like, oh, I don't have one. And she was like, okay, what's your Facebook? And she was so sweet about it, but she was super young. But I could tell she wanted to be like, you don't have an Instagram?
She wanted, that's what she was thinking.
And so I made it, and she posted me her story and helped me get followers. And so I was like, this is what the fuck it's about.
Dope.
So that's why I made an Instagram. But Senasha Lynn Music is on Instagram. Facebook is Senasha Lynn. I made a TikTok, which I think I'm starting to fall in love with. It's the same thing as Senasha Lynn Music. And then my YouTube, Senasha Lynn Music, it's got like educational videos.
I see educational videos and then your videos as well. Tell you how to do different things.
I'm going to turn it eventually. I want to turn it into a school of music and artist development. I think that for me, it was very difficult trying to find my way. And I felt like I was stuck in a lane of, especially being a black woman. I started off as a songwriter. I wasn't a singer. Like I did, choir and stuff in school, but I wasn't like a singer. Like I could sing high notes, but I didn't know how to control them. I was just there having a great time. And I found out that a lot of singers don't sit down and write. They just come in there, sing, and I was like, hey, I can write. And so I started off doing that. And no one respects a songwriter, especially if you're not like big.
Which they should, which is crazy.
We're the ones that's sitting here like, right? Yeah. So then I got smart and I was like, how do I make money off this? And somebody was like, you got to make sure that you own it. And I was like, how do I do that? And the doors just opened up and I just started going down that path. So, yeah, what was your question? I started talking about myself.
No, you're good. No, you gave all your plugs. Are we missing anything? So you got YouTube. We did YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I got a website too, senashalynn.com. I need to update it so I can put my performances. But I get excited talking about music, so I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine.
I appreciate it.
So Senasha Lynn Music everywhere. That's where you'll find her.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you coming through. We got you some merch.
Yo.
Some Pop Austin Media stuff, so you can rock it. Do your
I be
thing.
in the streets too, so let me make sure the size.
Well, it's like one of the few that we had, so we had to just kind of give.
You
what
don't
we
mind
had.
if I like customize it?
Oh, do your thing. We have people, do their own thing. Yeah, you probably have to do a little custy to it.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
customize
yeah.
that.
You got it. Yeah. I already know. I already see where you're going with that. Well, like I said, I appreciate you coming through, Senasha Lynn. It was great talking to you. I love your vibes. Keep rocking in the free world, if I can say things right. This is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I'm signing out. Senasha Lynn Music.
Thank
Let's
you.
get it.